Hello, dear listeners. Welcome to English Story 360, where you learn English through stories. Today we have an exciting tale for you. Listen closely and don't worry if you come across any tricky words. At the end of the story, we'll explain all the difficult words to help you understand everything better. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the story.
Tom was a doorman at the Grandview Hotel in Chicago. Every evening after his shift, he headed to a small bakery down the street. A girl always sat at a corner table, scribbling in a notebook. "That's her again," Tom thought. "She's here every day. I should introduce myself." Tom walked into the bakery, bought a coffee, and headed to her table. "Hi, I'm Tom. Mind if I join you?" he asked. "Sure," she replied, looking up from her notebook. "I'm Emily." "I come here every day after work," Tom said with a smile. "I work as a doorman at the Grandview Hotel. You seem very focused. What are you working on?" "It's just some writing," Emily said, not smiling. "Something wrong?" Tom asked, noticing her frown. "It's nothing," Emily replied, glancing down. "Tell me about it," Tom said gently. "Maybe I can help." Emily sighed. "My older brother is staying at your hotel. He has my manuscript. I'm a writer. When I ask for it back, he says, 'No, I want you to come back home to New York.' But I don't want to go back. He's been cruel to me." "How long is he staying?" Tom asked. 3 more days, Emily said. "He's in room 415. "Maybe I can get the manuscript for you," Tom suggested. "I can sneak into his room." "Can you?" Emily asked, hopeful. "Meet me here tomorrow at 4, Tom said. "Thank you so much," Emily said. "I have to go now. See you tomorrow." When Emily returned to her apartment, she made a phone call. "Hello, it's me," she said. "The doorman is going to help us. Yes, I'll get the manuscript tomorrow." "Okay, I'll see you at the cafe the day after at noon. Don't forget to bring the cash, $3,000. The next morning, Tom arrived at work early and went straight to room 415. "I need to wait for Emily's brother to leave," he thought. "I don't know his name, but that doesn't matter." Tom watched room 415. Soon, a man walked out. That must be Emily's brother, Tom thought. He waited for the cleaning staff to enter the room, then he slipped inside. "I have to be quick," Tom thought, searching for the manuscript. "Where is it?" Tom finally found the manuscript on a desk. "Got it," he thought, flipping through the pages. "Emily's writing is fantastic." As Tom was leaving, the cleaning staff called out to him. "Hey!" she shouted. "What are you doing? Come back!" Tom didn't stop. That afternoon, Tom left the hotel through a side door. Near the front, he saw the man from room 415. "There he is again," Tom thought. "That's Emily's brother." Tom waited for the man to re-enter the hotel. Then he went to the bakery. Emily was at her usual table. "I have it," Tom said, placing the manuscript on the table. "That's wonderful," Emily said, her face lighting up. "How can I thank you?" "Meet me later," Tom suggested, "after I change out of my uniform." "I'm sorry, Tom," Emily said. "I have plans tonight. Maybe tomorrow?" "Sure," Tom said. "Tomorrow evening. We can have dinner." "Sounds good," Emily agreed. "I have to go now. See you tomorrow at 7. Emily left, taking her key with her. "Don't forget your key," Tom reminded her. "Oh, thanks," Emily said, quickly taking it. "See you tomorrow." As Tom finished his coffee, his friend Rick came in. "You're in trouble, Tom," Rick said. "There's a report that a manuscript is missing from room 415, and there are CCTV images of you leaving that room." "Who's the manuscript from?" Tom asked, suddenly feeling uneasy. "Emily's brother," Rick explained. "He's a famous author. His works are worth a lot, and so are his manuscripts." "Do you have it?" Rick asked. "No, a girl has it," Tom said. "What girl?" Rick asked. "A girl with brown hair," Tom explained, and told Rick about Emily and her brother. "But that can't be right," Rick said after hearing Tom's story. "Emily's brother doesn't have a sister. You need to find her and get the manuscript back before the police catch you." Tom walked home, worried. "How will I find her?" he wondered. "She has the manuscript now, so she won't meet me again. Will she sell it?" When Tom reached his apartment, he saw a police car outside. "Oh no," Tom thought. "They're here for me. I can't go in." That night, Tom slept in a park. Early the next morning, a park ranger woke him up. "Hey, you can't sleep here," the ranger said. "Sorry," Tom mumbled. As people started their day, one recognized Tom from a newspaper. "It's him," the person thought, "the doorman they're looking for." Tom noticed the person staring at him and saw his picture on the front of the newspaper. "I need to leave quickly," Tom thought. The person alerted a nearby policeman. "There he is," the person told the officer. "The doorman." "Hey, you!" the policeman called. Tom ran. "Stop!" the policeman shouted. Tom kept running. "I need to get out of this uniform," Tom thought. "Maybe Rick can help me." At Rick's apartment, Tom knocked on the door. "I need some clothes," Tom said. "I can't go back to my apartment. My picture's in the newspaper and—" "Yes, I know," Rick said. "Come in." "Do you know where Emily is?" Rick asked. "No," Tom said. "Think, Tom. There must be something that can help us find her," Rick urged. "Wait," Tom said suddenly. "Her key. It's for a room at the Riverbank Hotel. It's a small, cheap place near Main Street. She must be staying there. What time is it?" "Almost 9, Rick said. "She might be there now," Tom said. "I have to go. Thanks, Rick." 20 minutes later, Tom reached the Riverbank Hotel. "Am I too late?" he wondered. Suddenly he saw Emily leaving the hotel. "Emily!" he called. "Wait, I need to talk to you." Emily saw him but quickly got into a waiting cab. "Oh no!" Tom exclaimed. "She's going to the docks," an old man nearby said. Tom looked at him. "What?" "The girl is heading to the docks on Main Street," the old man repeated. "Thanks," Tom said, and ran off. Tom sprinted to the docks. People were boarding a boat, and he bought a ticket. On the boat, Tom searched for Emily, but a woman with a newspaper recognized him. "That's him," she said to her companion. "Call the police." The companion dialed 911. Soon Tom saw Emily talking to a man. He didn't notice the 2 policemen boarding the boat. The officers found Tom quickly. "Where's the manuscript?" one asked. "I don't have it," Tom said. "She does. Look over there." "He's right," the second officer said. The policeman moved towards Emily and the man. "I don't understand," Emily said. "How—" "You're both coming with us," said the officer. "You're in trouble." Later, Tom and a policeman returned the manuscript to the Grandview Hotel. The author was relieved. "I'm sorry, Mr. Ryan," Tom said, explaining everything. "It's all right," the author said with a smile. "But remember, be careful with people who seem too good to be true."
Let's go over the difficult words from the story, so you can remember and confidently use them in your everyday conversations.
Scribble, meaning to write or draw something carelessly or hurriedly. Example, I was scribbling down some notes during the meeting, hoping to capture the key points. Glance down, meaning to take a quick or brief look downwards, usually towards something near or below. Example, she glanced down at her notebook, avoiding eye contact. Flip through, meaning to look through pages of a book, magazine, etc. quickly without reading in detail. Example: he flipped through the newspaper while waiting for his coffee. Frown, meaning to make an expression of disapproval or displeasure by wrinkling the forehead. Example: she frowned when she heard the bad news. Sigh, meaning to let out a deep breath to express relief, sadness, or frustration. Example: she sighed heavily after finishing the long and tiring report. Cruel, meaning causing pain or suffering to others intentionally. Example: it was cruel of him to spread those hurtful rumors about her. Focused, meaning concentrated on something without distractions. Example: she stayed focused on her work despite the noisy environment. Manuscript, meaning a writer's original draft or version of a document, usually a book or article. Example: the author submitted his manuscript to the publisher for review. Sneak, meaning to move quietly and secretly to avoid being noticed. Example: the cat tried to sneak into the kitchen to steal some food. Slip, meaning to move quietly and quickly into or out of a place without attracting attention. Example: he slipped out of the party without anyone noticing. Catch, meaning to capture or apprehend someone, usually by the police or authority. Example: the thief was caught by the police after a brief chase. Alert, meaning to warn someone of a danger or problem so that they can take action. Example: the fire alarm alerted everyone to leave the building immediately. Ranger, meaning a person in charge of protecting a forest, park, or large outdoor area. Example: the park ranger gave a tour to the visitors explaining the wildlife. Companion, meaning a person who accompanies someone, especially on a trip or journey. Example: she traveled to Europe with her companion, who was also her best friend. Sprint, meaning to run at full speed for a short distance. Example: he sprinted to catch the bus before it left the station.
Board, meaning to get onto or enter a ship, plane, or vehicle. Example: they boarded the plane just as it was about to take off. Docks, meaning a platform built on the shore or out from it, where ships can load or unload cargo or passengers. Example: the fishermen tied their boats at the docks after a long day at sea. Fantastic, meaning extremely good or excellent, wonderful. Example: the view from the top of the mountain was absolutely fantastic. Change out of, meaning to remove one set of clothes and put on another. Example: I need to change out of these wet clothes before I catch a cold. Feel uneasy, meaning to experience discomfort or anxiety about something. Example: she felt uneasy walking alone at night in the unfamiliar neighborhood. Mumble, meaning to speak in a low or indistinct manner, often making it difficult for others to hear. Example: he mumbled something under his breath, but I couldn't make out what he was saying. Stare at, meaning to look at someone or something for a long time without moving your eyes, often in a way that is rude. Example: it's impolite to stare at people, especially in public places. Relieved, meaning feeling happy that something unpleasant has ended or has been avoided. Example: I was relieved when I heard that my flight had been rescheduled instead of canceled. Be careful with, meaning to take caution or avoid risks when handling something or dealing with someone. Example: be careful with the glass vase, it's very fragile.